Hey everyone, Digital David here. Today we're going to be unboxing and reviewing the HeimVision HM302 smart security camera. They did send me this product to review, but any opinion expressed in this video is strictly my own. That being said, if you're interested in this product or finding out more about it, the link to it will be in my video description below. Please go ahead, check it out, and do your shopping from there. Excited to have this camera in the studio today. If you remember in previous videos on my channel, I've reviewed some other great HeimVision security products, so be sure to watch those videos as well. So I have high expectations for this smart Wi-Fi security camera. Here's how it comes packaged to you. Really nice retail box. This will work with iOS and Android devices. Also is compatible with Amazon Alexa. Some of the key features: this supports 2K resolution at 3 megapixels, two-way audio, sound and face detection, easy access with the mobile app on your phone or PC. Cloud services are supported, or you can store the footage locally with a micro SD card. LAN support as well. We already mentioned Amazon Alexa. It also is a pan, tilt, and zoom camera. So let's go ahead now. Let's open it up and look at the package contents. Here are all the package contents. First up, we have a really nice customer support card right here with their contact information depending on which country you're in. We have a great user manual as well with their contact information, and it's in color, written in English, step-by-step instructions showing you how to set everything up, complete with diagrams, images, and screen grabs. They even have a troubleshooting section in the back. We have 2 screws and 2 wall anchors. We have an Ethernet cable if you want to use a wired connection. We have an optional mount right here if you want to mount this camera to the ceiling or a wall. That's really nice. We have a USB Type A male end to a micro USB end right there to plug into the camera. We have your USB wall plug right here. This is the US version. And then last but not least, we have the camera itself. This looks great. Really excited to get it set up. Love the black. You can see the lens on the front. Everything looks great. We got their logo and branding at the bottom. On the very bottom of the device, we have our ID and password with a QR code. You can see some more information and a threaded end to mount to the adapter if you want to use that. Then on the back, we can see all the ports we have. We have your 5-volt DC USB power port right there. We have your reset button. We have your micro SD card slot. And we have your Ethernet RJ45 port if you want to plug in that cable for a wired connection. Now on your iOS or Android device, go to your App Store and search for the MIPC app or scan the QR code on your box. Get that downloaded and installed in your device so we can go ahead and set this camera up. So we're back here now with the MIPC app downloaded on our mobile device. We have signed into our account. If you don't have an account, go ahead, create one. Once you do, you'll be at this home screen. The camera is already making an alert noise for us, so we know it's ready to be set up. So we can go ahead in the top left-hand corner, hit the plus button right there. Hit that plus icon. Now we need to choose our device type. It's a PTZ camera. And now we need to scan the QR code on the bottom of the device. So let's go ahead. Let's do that right now. There we go. It found the information for us already. So we can go ahead. We can add that. Now we can choose our network method right here. Let's go ahead. Let's connect on Wi-Fi. So it's saying after powered on, you need to wait patiently for 30 seconds until the IR light turns off and the camera starts to give you a prompt tone. Well, like I said earlier, we've already been getting that prompt tone, so we're ready to go ahead to the next step. But let's wait a second and listen for the tone again. There it is. It kind of sounds like a water drop. So we can go ahead, we can hit the blue button. Now we need to press the reset button on the back of the camera until we hear a voice prompt after. So we can go ahead, just push it, release, and then you'll hear a voice prompt in a second.
Waiting for receiving the wireless config information.
So that's what they call the voice hint. We can go ahead, hit the blue button. Now you need to connect to your Wi-Fi network. Be sure you're on a 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi network. This will not work with a 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi network. So select your network and enter your information. So once your information's been entered, go ahead, hit next. Now it's going to connect. There we go, guys. It just set everything up for us. Now we need to select a password for the device, anywhere between 8 and 32 characters. So go ahead, enter a password now. Once you have your password entered, go ahead, hit apply. Now we can enter a nickname if we want. We'll just call it Cam. hit apply. Now we can select a time zone as well if we want. Now it's finished, we can go ahead, hit OK. Now the device has successfully been set up and we can see it on our device list right here with a nice thumbnail for us that was just taken. So now we can go ahead, we can click on the camera to enter into its settings. So we're in the camera settings right now. You can see how easy and simple everything is to navigate right here. You have all your key features right at your fingertips. First up, we can see that little mute icon. We have the audio muted right now. We don't want any feedback in the studio here with the microphone, but this does capture two-way audio, so you can listen in or you can hold down this microphone button on the screen and long press it to talk. Then you can see we got this little settings icon right there where we can adjust the brightness, contrast, saturation, and sharpness on this camera, as well as change it to day or night mode manually. I'm gonna go ahead and leave that in auto right now. We can even reset it back to the default features. Then we have your video quality right here. We have auto, smooth, standard, and 3 megapixel. So depending on your local network, you can push whatever resolution you want right there. I think the auto feature looks really great. I'm already impressed with the quality of this camera just right here in my studio. We got full screen as well. Then you can see we got the record button so we can record the footage. It'll save it directly to an album on our mobile device. Same can be said for taking a photo. It's going to take a snapshot right now and save it to our phone as well. There's the long press button for the two-way audio. Then we also have your cloud icon right there, which would take us, as you can see, it's going to take us to their cloud plan. If you want a cloud storage plan to try, you can order that right from within the app. Then we have an alarm icon, so let's go ahead. Let's change the alarm. So the alarm's playing right now. It'll play for another 53 seconds. That looks great. Now guys, let's go ahead, let's jump right in. We have a little calendar icon right there at the top of the picture. This is where we can view our saved footage. There's a video we took today. Here's a snapshot we took today as well. So you can see we've taken a couple of snapshots since we've set the camera up. So that looks really nice. We can view them all together right here. And then we can choose them and select them by date as well. If there's a specific point in time in the past you want to reference with your camera. So then we can see in the top right hand corner we got settings as well. So let's kind of briefly walk through some more of the settings. You can see all the system settings right there. You can see the security device password tab. Here's your notification and recording settings. So let's go ahead, let's look at notifications. We can turn motion detection, face detection, and sound detection on if we want. And we can view that right there. So just go ahead, you can enable it, hit save, and you're all good to go for notifications. Here's the recording settings as well. So we can have continuous recording on if we want. There we go, every day. So we could even just add specific days of the week and specific time ranges if we want it to record. So that's a great feature. Then you can see we have event recording as well if you want to turn this on for specific motion detections, face detections, or sound detections. And that can be every day or specific days of the week and times. And again, you can filter that out by if you only want to film when it detects motion or just detects a face, you can do that. Here's normal recording mode as well. So 16 gig memory is expected to record 2 days worth of footage. Superior recording mode, showing you that's expected to record 5 days of footage. Advanced recording mode, expected to record 8 days of footage on a 16 gigabyte card. So that's really nice. So you have a lot of different recording features, but it's really simple and easy to navigate right there. Then we can go over to this tab too, and we can see that we can turn on sound detection again right there. So we could hit save and it's good to go. And then we can turn on face detection for the camera too, and a face detecting frame if we want. So let's go ahead, we can hit save, go back out of there. Let's go back, look at some more settings. We have your SD card storage settings where you can format the SD card if you want. We have your record box if you want to plug this in to an NVR. We have your cloud storage. There's your network settings. We can flip the screen here, so if you want to use that included mount and you have the camera upside down or the footage isn't right, you can flip the screen right here. It's going to show you that you can flip it. So again, saying when you have it installed on a ceiling, it'll make it right side up. And then we can choose what's displayed on the screen. So the date format, clock, and if you want the days on the display as well. Everything, look at how nice and easy it is. It's just a slider to enable or disable. No advanced coding or network information or anything else needed. Then we have your sound right here. So we can look at the sound settings for the speaker and the microphone. And a prompt tone when booted, you can turn that off. You can control all that. Frequency, here's motion detection settings again. So we could turn that on right there. Screen settings, indicator light, audible alarm, and RTMP setup if you want to do that. Let's go into the alarm setting for a second. So we can choose if we want an alarm tone, which is a strong tone, or the beep that we heard. Let's go ahead. Let's turn on the alarm tone now. Let's go back here. And let's actually go back into motion detection one more time. If we turn that on, what's really cool is it'll have smart tracking technology too. So the camera will now start to follow us. So we're back now testing out that smart tracking feature to see if it can follow us. It's doing a pretty good job. You can see it triggers the alarm that we set to. So you have two different alarm options as well.
Now we're testing out the two-way intercom feature as well, so you can get a good sample of what this would sound like if you're talking into this camera, to maybe talk to your pets while you're away from the house, or if you're talking to your kids and they're in another room in the house. This is what it's going to sound like. And again, we can adjust the volume on the app like we saw earlier in this video if you want to tweak it to your liking and preferences.
So now we're back in the app. Just want to show you guys how simple it is to pan, tilt, and zoom this camera. First up, we can just use both of our fingers to pinch in to zoom. And you can see we can come right back out. Having that 3 megapixels is going to allow us some really clean detail if we want to turn that mode on and zoom in. Then you can see here we just swipe left or right, and we're able to position the camera left or right. So there it is all the way to the left. Now let's swipe it all the way to the right. You can see we're doing pretty large swipes and it's moving it about a quarter of the way. So there we go, it's all the way back there. Now we can bring it back on us, and then we can rotate this up and down the same way. So swipe down to go up. So you can see we're doing that right now. It's going to go look directly at the ceiling, straight on up right there. Look at that. That's phenomenal. Now we're going to bring it back down, and we're going to have a very low angle as well. So we're probably about halfway there in the movement process, and we can keep having it look lower and lower and lower. So if you do want to set this on like a bookshelf, dresser, tabletop, that sort of thing, look at the wide range of movement you have, and look at how responsive the camera is as well. Now let's go ahead. We're going to cut off all the studio lights and test out the night vision. All the studio lights are off right now. It triggered night vision to come on. It's pretty dark in this room, but look at how clear everything is. You can make out the box. You can see my phone. You can see me just fine. All the details of my face and my hair. You can even see the details way behind me in the back, that closet door and my shave ice machine. So everything is working just fine and what you'd expect from night vision. Also still have the smart tracking feature on. So it is still tracking me just fine in this low light environment. Now let's go ahead, let's use it as a pet cam and go spy on my dog, Doug. So now we're using the camera as a pet cam. You can see my dog, Doug, on his bed right there. He's enjoying his treat. We can scroll over to him a little more, and then we can zoom really far in. And that's just the standard resolution right there. Let's bring it to that 3 megapixel resolution. So look at the detail on that. Look at how crisp and clear everything is at 3 megapixels. We can really see him a lot clearer than just the standard or even the auto resolution. So let's bring it back. There's the auto right now, and everything still looks great, and we can see him. He's getting up now. He's stretching, and let's check out where he's planning on going. So here he is. So that's as far down as we can get the camera right there, but you can see now he's off to a different room. So that's what you can do with this pet cam. We can monitor him if he's on the couch. You can see he's got his blanket over there where he's supposed to lay. But if we check on him during the day and he's somewhere else, we can tell him to get back over to his spot or on his bed again. So it's definitely a nice pet cam, and the resolution is awesome. As you can see, the image quality is by far the best feature on this camera. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comment section below. Can't wait to hear from you guys and talk with you there. Also want to point out too, the mobile app was simple and easy to install and set up, as you could see in this video. but a couple of times throughout the process, I did have problems with the app freezing up when I wanted to view footage or control the camera. So I had to exit out of the app and then reopen it up, and it seemed to solve all of my issues. Pan tilt zoom works great. Slight network delay, not bad. Very typical for these types of cameras. Overall, definitely impressed, but I want to hear your thoughts below. And if you're interested in this camera, the link to it will be in my video description below. Please go ahead, check it out, and do your shopping from there. If you're interested in HeimVision products, be sure to check out my other HeimVision review videos on my channel too. You'll find them all throughout this video or maybe even below. Hit that like button, subscribe to our channel. We have new content coming out daily and want you guys to be a part of it and interact with us, like, comment, share, all that good stuff. Follow us on social media too, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. You can message us on WeChat. Check out our website and join our free newsletter. Follow us on Twitch and join our Discord server as well. Thank you guys again so much for being here. We can't wait to see you in our next video.